everybody. So I'm gonna give you a series about my pregnancy and a little bit of context. So this is part one, and this will be the context. So I have struggled with infertility for several years now. I struggled with it at first for about a year and a half, and then in 2023 I became pregnant for the first time. I had a miscarriage at around 6.5 weeks, and then about a month or a month and a half later I got pregnant again, and then had another miscarriage at around 9 weeks. After that I was unable to get pregnant for another year and a half. The infertility and miscarriages were never really explained. I did have testing done on the second miscarriage and everything came back normal. There was no chromosomal abnormalities or anything, so I just had no idea. I suspected maybe it was like my progesterone was low because I was dealing with a lot of stress in both pregnancies, but I don't know for sure. Fast forward to 2024, August, I had some blood work done to test my hormones and everything, and my thyroid levels were actually a little off, and I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. The main thing was my thyroid antibody levels were elevated. Everything else, like my T3, T4, free T3, T4, they were all within range, but my antibody levels were elevated. So I suspected I was having some kind of inflammation. So I went on an anti-inflammatory diet for like a month. After that, maybe, I think it was a month. And I lost like 20 pounds, amazingly, just from changing my diet. Like I was working out, but like nothing crazy, just lifting weights. I stopped doing that after a month. It's just really hard to maintain. You cut out like a lot of foods. So I gradually just gained that weight back, honestly. And then I had ultrasounds done, and they referred me to a gynecologist, and they were saying it looks like you might have endometriosis from the ultrasounds. So that would explain the infertility and possibly the miscarriages. And they gave me two options. One was to go on birth control, which I was like, why would I want to do that? I want to get pregnant, you know? And then the other was to get exploratory surgery. I think it's called laparoscopic surgery, something like that, to see if I had endometriosis and to remove that. I've never had surgery before, so that was like a really big idea for me. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, and I don't want them to remove something that I don't want removed. So I was just trying to look into like natural things I could do. I do know that endometriosis is tied with inflammation, so I was kind of going more that route of eating more anti-inflammatory foods. And I was taking a whole host of vitamins, supplements. I don't know. I don't know if they're helping or not. So yeah, fast forward to this past March, I had my thyroid levels tested again, and my antibody levels were back to within a normal range. And then in April, I found out I was pregnant. So I think it may have been something to do with that. I don't know. A few months prior, I was going gluten-free, so I think that lowered my antibody levels. And then maybe it was just God's timing that I got pregnant, because in May I graduated college. So that is kind of perfect timing for me. But I don't know.